After Dover Sherborne's win in the boys Division III state championship, the Medfield girls were trying to capture another state championship for the TVL. Second-seeded Medfield came into the game with a 17-3-2 record, and they hosted fourth-seeded Nipmuc Warriors, who came in with a record of 21-1 at Worcester State University, and the game was intense, physical, and featured a lot of action. The game remained scoreless at the halftime break. Montano. That's a goal for Nipmuc to put them up 1-0 over Medfield with just under 12 minutes left. Nipmuc hangs on for the 1-0 win and captures the Division III state championship. Medfield finishes their incredible season 17-4-2. The Nipmuc Warriors capture their first Division III state title since 2014 and finish 21-1-1.
Number 8, Isabella LaFrancesca. Number 9, Avery Canover. Number 10, Charlotte Keith. Number 11, Kate Rodenhigh. Number 12, Libby Sinney. Number 13, Sydney Heavey. Number 14, Ava Kraus. Number 15, Somer Higgins. Number 16, Ella Rodeter. Number 17, Sammy Manning. Number 18, Stella Scobo. Number 19, Sophia Schwarma. Number 20, Athena Polychronis. Number 21, Audrey Grandinetti. Number 24, Paige Hennebree. Number 25, Georgia Foscaldo. Number 30, Izzy Villavinciano. And now for Nipmuc girls. Number 1, Bella Carolino. Number 2, Lucia Dominguez. Number 3, Finley Flynn. Number 4, Emma Watts. Number 5, Jessica Casey. Number 6, Madeline Wiebe. Number 7, Riley Restick. Number 8, Abby Mullins. Number 9, Samantha Crotty. Number 10, Kenzie Ellis. Number 11, Lily Pereira. Number 12, Lisa Lenfest. Number 13, Anya Montano. Number 14, Ella Vanat. Number 15, Lila Hill. Number 16, Nora Williamson. Number 17, Kate Tangler. Number 18, Lily Morin. Number 19, Caitlin Flynn. Number 20, Maddie Tucker. Number 21, Juliana Lefort. Number 22, Julia Ferrandino. And number 24, Kaylee Smith. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and join us for the playing of our national anthem.
And there you have it, the lineups as well as the national anthem. And we are just about set to go. It is a relatively nice day here at Curry College Morgan. A little rainy this morning, but it's cleared up. Temperatures in the high 40s and not too much of a breeze, at least for now. That could change, but some good fall soccer temperatures, I would say.
Yeah, Tom, these kids don't care. They could play in minus 30 on Mars, whatever it is they want to compete. And I can tell you firsthand from covering the TBL and seeing Medfield in every sport, but also, hearing about Nipmuc, these are schools that are at the top when it comes to athletics, when it comes to competing, and they want to win at everything they do. And this game here, Tom, this is what we have in front of us. This is where legends are made. This is where a team goes out, you win a state championship, that is forever. You'll be talking about this with your teammates, your family at next year's Thanksgiving, and for the next 20, the next 30. So these teams both want it. You can't get any better than number 1 versus number 2. A rematch from last year's state championship. Amazing story, amazing history we already have in the making.
Absolutely, and the Medfield, of course, hoping for some revenge. It was Kaya Montani who scored the only goal in the game for the Nipmuc Warriors to give them the win. But you know what? Last year has come and gone, and it's rematch time here today at Curry College. I'll tell you, Morgan, both these teams very good defensively. Medfield and very good offensively. Medfield Warriors, they have outscored their opponents 122-16. Nipmuc's outscored theirs 75-8. And a lot of shutouts for these teams. 10 for Medfield, 15 for Nipmuc. Very even matchup.
You know what? They're both well-coached teams, but they're also very complementary teams too. The forwards who are big-time goal scorers, they help out on defense. They're not just saying, hey, I'm here to score goals and that's it. No, they're getting back, they're helping out, and both teams have tremendous defenders that force shots from the outside and very, very talented goalkeepers as well.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the road to get here for both these teams. Medfield in the round of 32 took down 32nd seeded Ursuline Academy 8-0. Round of 16, they got the 5-0 win over 17th seeded St. Mary's. Round of 8, a 10-1 win over 25th seeded Tewksbury in the semis. A 5-1 win over 4 seeded Pope Francis for Nipmuc. They defeated Pentucket 4-0 in the round of 32. Foxborough 6-1 in the round of 16. Round of 8 over Sherborne 3-1, and Final Four Norwell 1-0. And we are underway. Medfield Warriors in the baby blue with the white numbering. Nipmuc Warriors in the white jersey with the green numbering and lettering. Ball along the far side. Nipmuc Warriors trying to take control, working left to right across your screen. Knocked out of bounds along the far sideline. It'll be a Medfield throw-in. Off the entry. And back out of bounds it goes. Medfield will move a little further up, and they're actually going to get a free kick from the 25-yard line.
Some kind of infraction right in front of the Medfield bench. And an interesting call we have here, Tom. We're obviously doing it for Medfield TV, but also audio, so painting that picture for those at home who aren't able to see the visual.
That's right. Well, I got a little radio experience.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to have to just be extra descriptive than I normally am.
Oh, you do a good job of painting the picture, my friend.
Sending it back for Medfield, Morgan Kilmer sends it back from the 40 to the 28-yard line. We got the yard lines to work with too, so that'll help.
Absolutely. And this is what Medfield does so well, those micro passes. They are such a talented team when it comes to moving the ball, and they're getting it going here early.
Battle for it along the far side. That's Kenzie Ellis for Nipmuc, and Nipmuc going to get a free kick here.
And Tom, these teams, these are dangerous areas to kick from. You know, both teams have good boots. They can get that in the box, and this is where some good offense. So Nipmuc going to get a good free kick here and look to get in the box.
And look at that boot right towards the box. The Medfield defense ready for it, as they kept 3 defenders back, moving upfield. That's Naya Anagari. And now along the far side, here comes Nipmuc as they get the takeaway. Looking for the centering pass towards the top of the box. There for Medfield is Morgan Kilmer. Sends it over to the far sideline towards Sydney Heavey. Out of bounds it goes. Quick throw in there up the sideline. Medfield moving the ball just into Nipmuc territory, and now it's sent back. Well, the other bit of confusion with this one. We got 2 teams named the Warriors, Morgan.
Yes, I was going to say that.
So
they're meant to play each other.
It's a true matchup of Warriors out there today.
It sure is, and they really define it as well with their style of play.
There's a boot from Stella Scobo towards the box, and the keeper will let it roll out. That is Kaylee Smith, the sophomore in net for Nipmuc. She's wearing the pink goaltender shirt. Medfield goalie also with a pink shirt.
A lot of confusion today. Warriors. We got both goalies wearing pink.
Well, at least they're not wearing blue. They're both not wearing blue.
Very good point there.
Along the near side, Abigail Mullins, and it's taken away. Nice steal from Audrey Grandinetti. And they get tangled up along the sideline. Both teams looking for a call there.
Yeah. And both teams not afraid to play a little physical. You kind of have to play that way to win these one-on-one 50-50 battles. So, really like the compete so far from both teams.
Free kick for the junior, Audrey Grandinetti, from the near sideline at about the 25-yard line. She had a nice goal in the semifinals win over Pope Francis.
Oh, nice lofted
right towards
kick.
the box, a beauty. Nipmuc able to clear for now. Sent towards the far side, the near sideline by Emily Hoffman. And it's kept in. Put up field into Medfield territory. Stalled by the keeper. She'll get it over to the near side. Finds Lila Manning, the sophomore. Manning moves it up to Higgins.
This is where Medfield gets their game going. They're so good at moving the ball on these short passes and a through ball.
And how about that? Hoffman with the feed after some nice handles. A shot! And it's wrapped up on the shot. That was Sydney Heavey.
Heavey, one of the most dangerous players in the Tri-Valley League. She had a couple goals versus Westwood when we called that game, and a heck of a competitor for the Medfield Warriors.
She certainly is. She was named an All-American, you know. She was recently named an All-American. Did you just say that? I'm having trouble hearing you a little bit.
No. Hey, she plays like one. No question about that.
Well, she is one.
No, she is.
Which is very impressive, of course, being an All-American, one of the most prestigious awards you could get.
Absolutely,
in high school sports.
Especially, from a Tri-Valley League perspective, that's a lot to be proud of. Where we are a very competitive league, and that kind of recognition is incredible.
Absolutely. Battle for possession along the far side. Throw in from the 35 for Nipmuc. Pass out to Kenzie Ellis. Ellis trying to get by the defender.
Great
and
defense.
A little push delivered by Grandinetti and a nice steal.
Grandinetti already making her mark in the game.
Here's Wafer with some open space in front of her. Trying to burn her way in. Takes a shot out in front. The goalie dives and wraps it up.
Great
play. Bit of a collision there with the Medfield forward as she's able to corral the ball in. And who was that approached from Medfield over there? That's number 13, Sydney Heavey, who came in.
Yeah, that was a great look by Medfield. So I want to call out right there, Devin Wafer. What amazing speed with the ball. It's so much, it's very difficult to run high speed with the ball when you got someone who doesn't chasing after you. And she was able to keep that step and then crossed it. Great save by the Nipmuc goalkeeper.
We're 5.5 minutes into action here in half number 1. Along the near side, Grandinetti sends it over as Medfield looking for the switch. It's taken by Nipmuc. That's Carolino. She was a call-up for the postseason. She's out there for the Warriors. And that is sent up the sideline into Medfield territory. Back and forth we go as the Warriors send it, the Medfield Warriors send it right back. I got to be specific with the team names here, Morgan.
The Blue Warriors and, I guess Nipmuc in white, so we'll call the White Warriors.
Anya Montano sending it down, trying to get by the defender. That is Kate Tangler. Tangler sends it out, a little give-and-go action with Ferrandino. Tangler along the sideline, trying to get by Ava Kraus, working her way in. Top of the box, a swing and a miss. There's a shot from up top, just over the net. Goes Abigail Mullins, the senior. A great setup for Nipmuc, and they were able to get the pressure in there, but the shot just slightly over the net.
That was, great look there for Nipmuc. They were able to move the ball effectively. Some give-and-go action, which, opened up some lanes. You also got to give shout out to Medfield. They were able to at least create enough of a wall to force an errant shot.
Some good ball movement here by Medfield as it's worked deep into Nipmuc territory. Popped out of bounds off of Lila Hill. Quick throw in for the Warriors. Dropped around the near side 20. Wafer with it. Sends it upfield and a bit of a breakaway.
Onside.
Heavey looking for that centering pass. Getting in there. That is number 21 for Medfield, Grandinetti. Grandinetti battling it out with the Nipmuc defender on defense. That's Ella Vanas. Crossing pass, and Nipmuc able to clear the danger zone for now, but looking to charge right back in. Summer Higgins, she's briefly diverted. Some back and forth here at the 15-yard line in Nipmuc territory.
Both teams starting to feel comfortable now. They've shaken off the...
Oh, there's a deep shot. It's just wide by Audrey Grandinetti.
She has got a boot, and she is not afraid to kick it. We've seen first the lofted free kick that she had earlier. And you mentioned she had a big goal, I think, in one of the previous playoff games.
Yeah, she scored in multiple games. She scored in the second minute of the semifinals.
What an exceptional player she is. She's certainly making her mark early here in the game.
Certainly is. A header by Kilmer. Back and forth around the Nipmuc 20. Sent towards the near side, out of play. Medfield will have the entry. Summer Higgins on the entry. And of course, both nets at the end of the end zones here on the Curry College gridiron as Lila Manning battling it out along the near side as the Nipmuc Warriors move back into Medfield territory. But here comes Manning, getting it back towards center field, and now Summer Higgins sends it out from the near side. Cleared away by the Warriors. Back to midfield we go.
Oh, what an incredible touch there by number 18, able to settle it, Stella Scobo.
Stella Scobo, she'll be someone you got to look out for in that backfield.
Yeah. Just incredible settling the ball, putting it flat, and just being able to give passes that your teammates can handle. So important when it comes to defenders when they're moving it up.
Certainly is. Grandinetti trying to charge up the far side, contested by Anya Montano. And Anya Montano, the sister of the game-winning goal scorer in last year's championship matchup, Kaya Montano. Yeah, battle for possession along the far side. Getting in there from Medfield, Hoffman. She was contested by Anya Montano. Sent out of play, throw in Medfield.
Medfield winning the possession battle right now, doing a good job of keeping the possession, moving that ball into Nipmuc territory, and a little physical battle on the far side.
Centering pass towards the top of the box. Medfield trying to move in around the 10-yard line. Sent over. Gets around the defenders. Takes a shot. It's just over the net by Devin Wafer.
Wow, what a look there. Just missed about 1.5 feet over the crossbar. But incredible movement for the Warriors, Medfield Warriors, to move that into a dangerous area for that shot.
And Morgan, this is going to be all about ball movement. You're going to have very little space to work with. Both teams aggressively attacking the ball, but Medfield, some great ball movement there. Sent upfield by Scobo as we battle in the midfield area. Morgan Kilmer moves it up the near sideline, a little deeper into Nipmuc territory. And how about that? Kilmer getting around the defender. Up to the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10. Along the near side she goes. Centering pass and deflected out of play. Medfield will have a corner.
For those tuning in at live, welcome. We are going to have a corner here. Medfield just earned one. It was a great play by the left forward to kick that off the defender of Nipmuc, and they're going to get the first corner of the game.
Lila Manning set to take the corner from the near side. She'll set it up towards the left of the arch. Sends it in, a little send in there, looking for a give and go. The Nipmuc defender able to divert. Ball sent up the near side to about the 30. Pass by Kenzie Ellis, looking for Ferrandino, gets by her, throw in Medfield.
Medfield dominating the play right now. Nipmuc kind of chasing them around right now. Medfield is dictating the pace, and Nipmuc is trying to find their bearings.
And Summer Higgins looking for Morgan Kilmer on the throw, and went off her head out of play, throw in Nipmuc. Throw-in will be from the near side. Emma Watts will take it.
Substitutions coming in right now. Looks like for Nipmuc, 2 players. We have number 3, Finley Flynn, and number 11, Lillian Pereira, replacing 22 and 14. 22 is Julia Ferrandino. And
Ella Vanas, number 14.
And the ball ends up here in the stands.
28 minutes and counting left to go in the first half. Throw in Medfield. Summer Higgins on the entry. Battle for it along the near sideline. Moved to the midfield area. Sent up by Mullins. And looking to clear the zone is Ellis into Medfield territory. She goes with it as she gives it a boot to about the 25. Handled by Stella Scobo, who will send it up the middle. Grandinetti airs it out along the far side. Medfield looking to charge in. They got numbers. Towards the box, the defender trying to beat her, centering pass, and it's popped in! Devin Wafer makes it 1-0 Medfield! A beauty of a feed!
Wow, what a pass by Heavey over to Wafer to put that in the back of the net, put Medfield Warriors up 1-0 here, 13 minutes into the first half, but it all started from the beautiful send pass from the defender. And
I believe that was Heavey on the pass, if I'm not mistaken.
Heavey on the pass. Heavey on the pass, Wafer on the finish.
A tremendous score there from Medfield and Morgan. We've talked about ball movement, and that's what it was all about there.
I got to give a shout out to Scobo. So Scobo, the defender, had the play. Another great settles the ball down. And instead of just kicking it out of bounds or, trying to create a micro pass, she just settled it, looked upfield, very confident play to be able to send that up and create that offensive look, which resulted in our first goal of the game.
And that goal came at 27-26 left to go in the first half. Along the near side, Devin Wafer going to send it into Nipmuc territory. Off a defender, Emily Hoffman's there, sends it back to Grandinetti. Grandinetti trying to send it up the far side towards Sydney Heavey. Out of play it goes. And some back and forth along the far sideline, deflected out of play as the sun pops out, starts to glare along the field.
It just needed a goal. A goal, got the sun now on the field, and that feels pretty good.
Absolutely. Battle along the far side, set up by Grandinetti, deflected back. With it for Nipmuc, that's Kenzie Ellis. Some back and forth here along the midfield area. And you can see what Medfield's strategy is. They don't want to let Nipmuc in their zone. They're doing everything they can.
They got heels on the 50 and want to keep everything in Nipmuc's zone. And they have such great athleticism where they can take some risks on some of the defensive plays, knowing they have a Scobo behind them and some great athletes.
Absolutely, is Lila Manning moving it up. Medfield looking
pass.
to threaten once again.
Goalkeeper comes out, gets hands on it, and able to pick it up.
And Morgan, I just remembered to change the score bug on top of the screen so the folks can see what the score is.
Yeah, you are multi-talented, my friend.
But what an exciting game. Some great back and forth action. But you're right, so far Medfield winning the possession battle. We'll see how Nipmuc adjusts throughout to try to take advantage of those battles in the midfield area. But right now, here's Anya Montano driving up the field to the 20, the 15, the 10, trying to work by the defender.
Scobo.
Now along the end line, and still a Scobo in there against Montano. Ball ends up out of play. Nipmuc draws the corner from the far side.
So Montano, great. What an athlete. Able to work her way deep into Medfield territory. Scobo, great play to take away that space. However, it is going to be a corner, but you know what? That corner took away Montano going closer to the goal. So you cut that angle off, and this is actually, it was a great play, and now Nipmuc going to have an opportunity to get something close and get a good look.
Set to take the corner, Lila Hill. Sends it right in the box, but the keeper's there to wrap it up.
Medfield, terrific job creating a wall. There was no one there. Goalkeeper able to get the hands on that without any traffic around that. That was number 11, Catherine Rodenhigh.
Yeah. I believe she's their hockey goaltender too, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was Paraki.
Oh, right.
Yes, yeah.
Well, they got some good goalies in Medfield.
I have that name etched in my head after we called the Final Four game last year. Medfield had a big upset over the Wolverines and then went on to win a state championship in girls hockey.
Yeah, Medfield was the only team to beat the Hillers on the Hiller home turf, the only team in the TVL, that is. Sent into Nipmuc territory. The defender trying to track it down. Lila Hill sends it back to the keeper, and a boot delivered by Kaylee Smith. Along the near side, it drops around the 30. Knocked out of bounds off of Wafer, throw in Nipmuc.
So Nipmuc looking to work off of that recent possession where they're able to get it deep into Medfield territory, but this is what Medfield does. They're so talented. They're jumping on loose balls. They're aggressive. You know how much they want this just from the body language and how they're competing right now.
Lila Hill on the entry. Battle for it along the near side. There's Heavey, and she was battling it out. Then Montano got there, boots it upfield. Now along the far side. Trying to battle it out. That's
Tangler.
Kate Tangler, and she was up against Kraus. She saw the defender. Oh, off the crossbar. A quick shot delivered there. She shook off Kraus, and now ball along the end line. Out of play it goes.
It's going
to be Medfield ball.
Yeah. What a look there. Tangler able to create some space and get a really good shot there. Hits the crossbar. And keeps it still a 1-0 game here for Medfield.
Well, I'll tell you, Medfield, they're winning possession time-wise, but Nipmuc is finding ways to get some great shots on net, and they nearly had a score there, but right off the crossbar it went.
Possession doesn't dictate, wins. Scoring does, and you know what? Nipmuc doing a good job of getting
Lila Manning sees some open field in front of her intended target. Centering pass by Hoffman, and it got away a little bit from Wafer, but now she's going to try to shake the defender around the 5. The defender able to clear it away. Emma Watts winning that battle.
Great defense there by Nipmuc. That was looking like it was going to be a heck of an opportunity for Medfield, and able to take that away from the Warriors, the Medfield Warriors, that is.
A header by Liz George, some back and forth between the 20 and the 30-yard line in Nipmuc territory. Dropped down along the far side and lands into Medfield territory. And now a battle in the midfield zone, sent back up by Scobo. And
Scobo again.
That's incredible. Been one of the keys to Medfield's success so far, winning those battles in the Medfield. But here comes Nipmuc. They got a 3-on-5 coming up field. Pereira sends it up the near side. And gets by her intended target, Tangler. Handled
Scobo
along
again.
the near side, set up by, I believe that's Charlotte Keefe, number 10, or that was number 18, Scobo. And now Higgins trying to break out, but Montano got in her way. Montano sends it back. Nipmuc looking for the switch. Sent up the near side and deflected by Kilmer back into Nipmuc territory. Now to Wafer.
What a game so far.
Back and forth here.
Back and forth action.
into Medfield territory along the far side, lands at about the 20. Sent back upfield by Kraus and out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for the Warriors.
Nipmuc starting to get their game going right now. They had the crossbar. They earned a corner about 5 minutes ago, so they really have settled the nerves and getting their game going that they've been comfortable with all season.
Here comes Lila Manning breaking through. Medfield sending the defender up. Manning pops it into Nipmuc territory, but it's deflected back. Here's Finley Flynn trying to work it back down into Medfield territory. A little give and go with Lily Pereira. That's Pereira sending it up, and she finds Mullins. Mullins trying to sneak through, but there for Medfield is Higgins to pop it out of play along the near side, throw in Nipmuc.
Good play by Higgins. They have a little out of position there, Medfield, as they're able to get everyone back in play from a throw-in.
A quick throw in there, knocked back out of play. It'll stay in Nipmuc possession. Emma Watts, one of the captains, set to take it.
Great crowd we have here today,
Very good.
Tom.
It's packed.
Incredible.
A huge population from both schools, I would
Yes.
say.
Well, they're used to it. They're used to, both schools used to these late round games and MIAA playoffs.
You got the Medfield fans mostly on one side, the Nipmuc fans mostly on the other. Just off to the sides of where we are here on the press box.
Interesting setup. Usually you see one on one side of the field, the other on the other. They're both on the same side here in the big stands at Curry College.
Yeah, they got more bleachers on this side.
Yes.
And the hot dog trucks over here too, so I think that helps.
Yeah.
Knocked out of play along the end line. It'll be Medfield ball. We are just we just surpassed the midway point of this first half. 19:15 and counting left to go. It's a 1-0 Medfield lead. Devin Weaver had 27-26, assisted by Sydney Heavey with the game's only score so far. And now Medfield working it quickly into Nipmuc territory. Liz George along the far side sends it up. Liz George, she's someone you got to look out for too. One of the top goal scorers for Medfield.
I think she was a Globe Player of the Week a few times this year. You got to do something very impressive if you get it more than once.
Absolutely. It's deflected out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Medfield towards the corner. And they got it lined up pretty much around the beginning of the end zone as that's sent up the far side by Nipmuc as they try to work their way up from the 15-yard line. Now sent to the 40. Sent back by Mullins as she tries to get it to her midfielder. Lisa Lenfest puts it pretty deep into Warriors territory with a good boot. And now trying to sneak in is Pereira as she's contested by Hoffman. Hoffman up the near side. And now here comes Summer Higgins.
What incredible patience and confidence by Manning on that play to wait for that ball to just be
Higgins
playable.
sending it to the box. Medfield trying to crash in as the goalie dives out, but unable to get it before it goes out of bounds beyond the end line was Sydney Heavey.
Great effort there. Diving, trying to keep it in bounds and just rolled out. That's what I love about amateur, high school sports. They give it everything they got. It's an incredible effort.
Well, you're not here in this game if you don't give it everything you got.
Yes, exactly.
To reach this level, you got to be giving it everything you got. You did something right.
Absolutely.
Kenzie Ellis sends it to the far side. Here comes Nipmuc trying to approach into Medfield territory, and they are moving the ball quickly now at the 15, but good stop there by the Medfield defender. Sent up by Lila Manning. And now Medfield trying to quickly work it back into Nipmuc territory, but Anya Montano going to send it to the keeper, who gives it a boot along the far side, handled by Riley Restick, and she is contested. Some back and forth along the sideline before the ball's punched out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Nipmuc.
Physical battle there on the far sideline as they're both teams running out of space, but trying to keep that possession ends up being a Nipmuc throw.
With it for Nipmuc, Kenzie Ellis deflected back to midfield. Sent over by Pereira, who finds Emma Watts for Nipmuc. They're around the 50-yard line. Watts trying to get by the Medfield defender, Devin Wafer, and another great steal by the sophomore. Wafer going to move it up into Nipmuc territory, back and forth.
Tom, that's not even the defender. That's the goal scorer, Devin Wafer. So some great job by them playing defense. You know, they're doing it on both. They're playing all.
Yeah, she's technically a midfielder.
Yes, playing all over the field.
But, you know, you're seeing both these teams. They're shifting their defenses like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
They're not afraid to send a defender up to get an extra person on the attack.
It's a game of chess right now.
Certainly is. Here's Anya Montano sending it to Pereira. Nipmuc, they've been able to maintain control a little bit better these last few minutes.
Yep.
A lot more back and forth we're seeing out there in the midfield zone.
Yeah, Tom, these games are circuses. It takes a little while to just normalize it. You have a game before you warm up, all that. To get into the game, it does take a little while. You know, and Medfield, I think, has that experience from all the state championships they've played in other sports, lacrosse, hockey, you know, you name it, volleyball. You know,
Sent up the far side now into Medfield territory, and then up the sideline goes Sydney Heavey at a play. It's going to be a throw-in.
Some substitutions oncoming. It looks like just one substitution for Nipmuc.
For correction, that was, I believe, might have been Stella Scobo, number 18 on that right side. Yeah. Some back and forth here.
Samantha Crotty checking in for Nipmuc.
You know, when they're along that far sideline, Morgan, those 3s and 8s.
Yeah,
they get you.
Yeah.
That is set up by Morgan Kilmer along the near side. Medfield moving into Nipmuc territory, away for a centering pass. A header to the far sideline. And it gets by the intended target, Tangler, but there to pick it up is the left winger. A little push delivered by an aggressive Jessica Casey. It's going to be a Nipmuc throw-in.
Ava Kraus doing a good job kicking that out of bounds. If she didn't, Nipmuc might have had about 10, 15 yards of speed to just move that ball. So great job there to settle it down.
14 and a half minutes left to go here in half number 1. And that pass moves it out to midfield. And now a battle between Higgins and Pereira leads to a collision and a whistle. It's going to be in favor of Medfield.
Yep. Lila Manning going to take the kick, and she's just going to pass it immediately over to Wafer. I love that, wasting no time.
Absolutely, yeah. You're seeing the quick throw-ins, the quick free kicks. They want to try to catch each other off guard. Grandinetti trying to move in.
Nice pass.
Sneaks it through the defense. Liz George sending it to the near side, and out of play. It was deflected out of play off of a Nipmuc Warrior. Throw in Medfield. Taking it, Summer Higgins. Higgins into Kilmer. Kilmer trying to shake the defender. Contesting her is Lila Hill along the sideline, right near the sideline, and that did go out. Bit of a late call there, but they call it out. It's going to be a throw-in for Nipmuc. A good win for the Warriors there.
Yep, they have the sideline official, or it's the linesman.
Yeah, you got a linesman on each side. 3 officials for these state championship games.
So substitutions oncoming right now, including the player who's going to throw it for Nipmuc, number 5, Jessica Casey, senior.
Jessica Casey on the entry. A header by Pereira out of play. Throw in Medfield. Just throw in from about the 35 along the near sideline. Battle for possession. And it's sent over to Grandinetti. Grandinetti trying to move it back up. Here's Fiscaldo. Fiscaldo for Medfield slides it over to the far side, and now Grandinetti, some back and forth with a Nipmuc midfielder.
Great settle there, Wafer to Grandinetti. Grandinetti with chip.
Grandinetti with that long pass, and now Fiscaldo along the far side. She is contesting Finley Flynn for Nipmuc. Popped out of play, throw in Medfield. Quick throw in for the Warriors from the far side, 25. Sent up the sideline now to midfield. Nipmuc trying to clear the zone. Abigail Mullins working along the far sideline. Mullins sends it up deeper into midfield territory to the 20 there to collect. Lila Manning who moves it up. And an attempted pass to the far sideline ends up out of play, throw in Nipmuc. A big thank you to Cam Nappy, who's doing some excellent camera work. And you'll be able to see the video broadcast of this game in a couple of days due to the MIAA and NFHS regulations. But we were very happy and grateful that they accommodated us here today and allowed us to broadcast our tremendous audio.
Absolutely.
Here comes Medfield. And that is sent up by Scobo. Some back and forth here in the midfield zone, but now trying to break through was Summer Higgins.
Higgins did a good job jumping in on that.
Yeah, she was looking for Morgan Kilmer with that pass. It passed a little too much in front of her. Nipmuc goalie wraps it up. Kaylee Smith gives it a boot. Good hang time as it lands along the near side,
Across
42.
the 50. Anytime you see those kicks across the 50, you're flipping the field. You know, you can turn those into some good offense.
Lila Manning trying to skate through Anya Montano there to put a stop to that. Sends it over to the far side. Nipmuc Warriors trying to move it into Medfield territory along the far sideline. Tangler battling it out with Kraus. That's knocked out of play. Throw at Nipmuc. Quick throw in from the 25. Half the time, it's like they're not even taking the full throw. They're just dropping it right back into play. Let's go.
Love it. Here we go.
Oh, deep into Nipmuc territory. It's a foot race trying to get there away from it, but just able to clear it away.
Maybe a corner for Medfield. So great effort there. Wafer, who scored the goal for Medfield, earning the corner for the Warriors now. And it looks like it's going to be kicked by number 6, Morgan Kilmer.
I wasn't sure if it was the defender who got the piece of that ball or if it was Kaylee Smith, the goaltender, but one of them got a piece of it and was able to at least clear the danger zone. But a corner here for Medfield, and they've been very effective off the corners. So here's a big one. And it's a beauty right in the box. Deflected out. Oh, we get a whistle.
What's this?
It looks like it's going to be against Medfield.
Yeah, okay. Anytime you see a whistle where the ball is in the box, it gets a little crazy,
you know,
a little hectic.
If it's on the defense, you're getting a penalty shot.
Yeah.
And that was a great corner by Morgan Kilmer, the junior from Medfield.
I believe a timeout called.
We're going to have a timeout. Yep. Timeout on the field. 9 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in half number 1. What a game we got here in the Division III State Championship at the break. It's Medfield 1, Nipmuc 0. You are tuned in to the Division III State Championship on Medfield TV and TVLSports.net.
This program is brought to you in part by TVLSports.net. You can view the standings, stories, pictures, highlights, and more about the 12 teams in the Tri-Valley League at TVLSports.net. TVLSports.net is an independent news and media website reporting on the TVL and is not associated with the MIAA, Tri-Valley League, or any town or school.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back as we are set to continue on in the first half off the timeout. 9 minutes, 40 seconds left to go. Tom Nappy, happy to be on the call with you. And we have our friend over here, Morgan, with us as well.
Absolutely. So that was a great timeout called. You know, about 9 minutes 40 remaining here in the first half, and that timeout's more so you want to keep your studs out there, right? You know, this is a long game. They've been running all up and down the field, so it's giving them a breather where you can keep, you know, your go-to folks that have been doing it for you all year out there.
Out of play it goes along the near side. Throw in Nipmuc. Emma Watts takes it. Back and forth.
There.
Oh, a nice feed by Emily Hoffman coming up the sideline. Morgan Kilmer.
Little heel pass.
Now along the end line, sends it out. Centering pass right into the box. Popped up in the air. Still in the danger zone. We get a whistle. I believe it's going to be against Medfield.
Yeah. That was a nice heel pass. I mean, and both teams get it. Both teams understand that. To move the ball effectively, you got to do a lot of these give and goes, a little change of direction. That heel pass just created a great look. And a nice cross there, which you put a little scare on Nipmuc for a second.
I like that heel pass.
I've never
heard that one before.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what it was. Good name for it.
Yeah.
Summer Higgins sends it to the keeper.
I didn't know myself till Izzy Hansen of Westwood did one for a goal, setting up a goal in a Westwood game, and then I learned it.
Fiscaldo trying to move it up past a couple of Nipmuc Warriors, sends it back. A boot by the Medfield defender to the 50-yard line. Now some back and forth here. Trying to get through is Jessica Casey. Getting in front of her, Fiscaldo, good steal there. And now back to Lila Manning. She moves it back up towards Fiscaldo. But there to collect for Nipmuc was Tangler. And now some more back and forth, but the Warriors move it deeper into Medfield territory. Now set up the near sideline. Tracked down by Summer Higgins. Takes it along the end line. And it's popped out of play off of a Nipmuc Warrior. And it'll be Medfield ball.
It's a great high IQ play by Higgins. She knew where the possession was going, defended it, and protected as it was going out of bounds. And there we go.
Very good box out there.
Right again, Medfield, just instead of a goal kick, traditional goal kick, they're moving it up, on a quick pass.
And you see both of these teams, they are switching it up constantly, just trying to shake
it's chess.
The opposing team.
They're trying to do the opposite of what you think they're going to do. And that's what you got to do. Some of these big games is there's enough film on you out there, and you change something up like that, it can certainly create some opportunities in your favor.
Well, both of these teams, they have great athletes with a lot of speed that can burn you at any time. So they are being sure not to give any space whatsoever to work with. Along the near side, Montano able to shake a couple Medfield Warriors, moves it up midfield, and now some back and forth along the 30. Medfield takes control. Heavey along the 40-yard line, coming up the near side.
Heavey on the left side now, so that's an adjustment Medfield's made.
Gets into the interior of the Nipmuc defense and set towards the sideline by Abigail Mullins. Out of play. Medfield throw-in.
Keep an eye on that. So Heavey was on the right side for basically 80% of the first half. Now on the left side. So Medfield looking at matchups right now.
Crossing pass out in the box, cleared away. Just cleared away in time. As quickly approaching was Liz George looking for a shot opportunity. And now a boot towards the defensive zone. Deflected back. Ball lands at around the 35. Getting a piece of it, Tangler sending it up towards midfield. Medfield trying to quickly rush back in. Higgins pops it up. A header at the 30 by Hoffman. And now with it, that's Heavey trying to shake a couple Nipmuc Warriors. Got through, drew a push. Ball deflected out of play.
Incredible play.
Medfield going to have a corner here.
Tom, just as impressive as the Medfield offense has been for me is the Medfield back line. Just the incredible foot skills they have of moving that ball and, to settle it and the confidence. It's very, very impressive.
Certainly is. They got a lot of speed back there.
Yeah.
Sydney Heavey set to take the corner from the near side.
They're going to go for the kick this time. There's no player there for the pass they've done a couple times. It's a good kick.
Right towards the net, off the top of the net, out of play.
Great save by the Nipmuc goalkeeper. Got a right hand on that to tip it over, and it's going to be a redo. Corner kick on the far side now.
You are
I think
correct.
they're trying to figure out who's going to take it. It
piece.
looks like Fiscaldo's going to take it.
Georgia Fiscaldo, she's got a big leg.
That's how much you see how much it is a chess match. It took about 10 seconds to figure out who's going to kick this one because they're thinking about each possession here.
So here's Fiscaldo for the boot, this time from the far side corner.
A low one.
And it's a liner right in the zone along the top of the box. Nipmuc attempting to clear. It's popped up, lands around the 32. Sent back by Medfield as they look for the switch. A nice shake by Stella Scobo. Scobo able to get around a Nipmuc Warrior, sends it up, looking for a Heavey approaching, and it's sent back out of play off a Warrior defender, throw in Medfield.
We're inside 5 minutes now, 4 minutes 50 remaining here in the first half. Medfield Warriors up 1-0.
And thank you for reminding me to say how much time is left, as it is audio.
That's what we're here for, the wingman,
Well, you get so into the game that you forget, I should probably mention how much time is left. Oh, look at this. Heavey shaking past a couple of defenders, but it's just sent away by Watts.
The All-American has been playing like an All-American right now.
She certainly is. Some great back and forth here along the near side. Emily Hoffman now with it. Sends it out towards the top of the box. Nipmuc clears the zone for now. Deflected off of Tangler towards the 40, but Medfield bringing it right back up with Lila Manning.
How did Manning get a foot on that? She put that up about 4 feet in the air to get a foot on it to keep in front. Very impressive move.
Certainly is. And it's going to be a throw-in for Medfield from the far side. Just under 4 minutes and counting left in this exciting first half.
Fantastic timeout called by whoever. I think it had to have been the Medfield coach because they've come out with a different set of energy here deep in the first half right now.
Along the right of the box, centering pass, deflected back. Still along the box, some back and forth in the interior of the box. Montano pops it up. It lands along the far sideline. And now back and forth deflections. And sent up the far side by the Warriors. We get a whistle. And we're going to have a, I don't know, is that a push or?
It's like an infraction.
Yeah,
Nipmuc will
some
have a
kind
kick
of infraction.
inside, right around the 18 or so. Or no, closer to the 50.
It's going to be a free kick for Nipmuc. We'll see where the official's going over the ball. Looks like he may mark it up a few yards perhaps. Or we're getting a couple substitutions.
Yes, some subs coming in.
Ava Kraus coming back into the game for Medfield. A couple other substitutions as well as we are in the final 3 minutes of this first half. And of course, that's unofficial.
Yes, yes.
The only official time is
Hasn't been much stoppage, so I'd imagine it'll be close
yeah,
to
I'd say
whatever it
it's
is.
close.
But this is the very important, the last few minutes of the half. And, you don't, neither team wants to give up a goal. We always talk about this. You give up a goal, you have all halftime to think about that. It's still, on your taste buds. So
right.
You don't, and the reverse factor too. If you score a goal at the end of the half, that is a huge boost going into the second.
Yeah, I mean, you'll feel like Drake May dropping the ball just before halftime and they give up a touchdown. You don't want to feel like that.
No, you do not want to feel that
Along
way.
the near side, Jessica Casey
Great
trying
battle.
to charge in, popped out a play off of Summer
Higgins.
Throwing Nipmuc deep into Medfield territory.
Again,
from
wasting
along the
no
near
time
side.
over there.
Some back and forth here. Tangler sends it back, finds Montano. Montano towards it and just over.
What a boot. Anya Montano, the senior.
Nearly had the game-tying goal there, Morgan, and we are at the final 2 minutes.
Yes. So the rest of the half is on the official's whistle. As we were mentioning, it wasn't much stoppage, so I'd imagine it'll be close to 2 minutes, but we'll know once we hear the whistle. But play on until you hear it.
Absolutely. Popped out a play. It'll be a Medfield throw-in. They'll take it from the 30. Quick throw-in by Heavey. Here's Hoffman, sends it back. Hoffman sends it up the middle of the field into Nipmuc territory. Big push there, no whistle.
Fans not happy about it.
Yeah, it was Abby Mullins giving Liz George a good push.
It's a physical game, and you know what?
Yeah, they're going to let them play.
The officials are allowing them to play.
But usually when you get a push from the back, they'll call it. I just think the official missed it in that case. Yeah, that's popped out of play. But you can't see everything. It happens so quick.
Yeah, as long as both teams have, the same leeway or the same, just calling it the same, and it's been that way so far.
If you had an official in the press box roof, they'd see it.
Yes.
That is sent up by Lila Manning towards the midfield zone. Kilmer along the midfield circle. By the way, folks, stick around at the half. We'll have a nice highlight reel of some of the action that has happened with TVL teams throughout the course of this tremendous MIAA state tournament. Nipmuc trying to charge in. Coming in from the far side, approaching. A nice move there by the Medfield defender. Sent to the 10-yard line. A boot towards the net. Wrapped up. That's shot by Kenzie Ellis. Good pressure by Nipmuc.
And that's the athleticism of the Medfield defense, is that Nipmuc player thinks you only have a certain amount of time before they close in on you. So forced a kick right there, which is very capable save for Medfield goalkeeper.
And that was Ava Kraus, who might have had a goal-saving stop there.
Scobo had a great play, a great adjustment play on the other side too, on the cross.
Higgins on the throw-in. I'll tell you, Morgan, this game has been physical.
Yes, it has.
These girls are leaving it all out there today. Kilmer sends it up. Here goes Liz George. Final moments of this first half. George looking to charge in. Trying to get past the defender around the 15. Popped out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Medfield. Not sure how much time is left, but it's certainly not much. Here in this first half, on the entry will be Sydney Heavey.
Your guess is as good as mine. But they got it deep in Nipmuc territory inside the 10.
Off the entry, sent up the sideline, and that'll do it for the first half. Morgan, what a half of action here in this first frame. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the second half.
Absolutely. I mean, what a showcase of two of the best. Two of not only, the best and obviously the two best in Division III, but two of the best in the state. And you can see why, and fantastic first half. I can't wait for the second.
Absolutely. Well, at the halftime break, it's Medfield leading Nipmuc in the MIAA Division III State Championship 1-0. We'll step aside and be back in about 10 minutes with the second half here on Medfield TV and TVLsports.net.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 230,000 participants here in Massachusetts who take part in high school sports.
This program is brought to you in part by TVLsports.net. You can view the standings, stories, pictures, highlights, and more about the 12 teams in the Tri-Valley League at TVLsports.net. TVLsports.net is an independent news and media website reporting on the TVL and is not associated with the MIAA, Tri-Valley League, or any town or school.
I know, it's true.
You see, look at here. Clarkin and one other sandwich, and now a third. They're just yard treatment up here. Ball gets by. Murphy will look to get it in. Sandwich is able to get it out on the near sideline.
Yeah, unfortunate there, you know, it just skipped over Brasada's stick.
120 seconds, more like 130 remaining in regulation.
Watertown taking to the track now, walking by.
See the purple, holding the purple coat is Eileen Donahue, head coach for the Watertown Raiders. Sandwich is able to get it out of the defensive zone by Hassar. This will be number 3, Elizabeth Stutzman. Stutzman on a fast break. Wichman coming all the way back. She'll try and play to the near side. Back to Stutzman. Tries a shot. It's in the back of the net.
What a play by Stutzman.
Sandwich putting the cherry on top here. The state semifinal.
Zero, Nicholas Fine. Number 1, Seamus Matera. Number 2, Charlie McEachern. Number 3, Max Diamond.
Heavey crosses along the ground. At the back post, it's in! 2-0 Medfield. As Heavey's on it again, and she sneaks this one in! Sydney Heavey makes it 3-0 Medfield.
Linfield serving. Soto off the net. Callery with a nice touch shot. Blocked at the net by Callery. Back for Nolan. She slams it. It's retrieved and dug out. Soto for Milani. Back for Nolan. It's blocked. Back for Aubrey Callery. And Houston gets it over. The setup here. The slam is out. We're tied at 25. 26-25. Nolan delivers it. Slam. It's retrieved. Linfield's got to get it over. They do. Rancourt goes down to a knee. For Milani. It's blocked. We're tied at 26. No! The Hawks win it. The Hawks win it. 27-25. I thought they lost it, but they said no. The Hawks win it in 3 straight sets. They're going on to the finals. Stay tuned for our post-game show. The final here today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for the second half. A 1-0 Medfield lead as we enter half number 2.
And we are underway.
And we are underway here in the second frame. Some back and forth along the near side. Nipmuc working into the zone. And a nice stop by Medfield, taking it upfield. That is Anna Gary. Medfield now working left to right across your screen.
Be interesting to see what kind of adjustments have been made here in the second half, personnel-wise, but also, you know, the point of attack. What are they looking to accomplish with moving the ball deep into each other's territories? Medfield on the throw.
From the near side. And a slide there by the defender.
That's a corner.
Finley Flynn to pop it out of play.
That's a corner, well earned by Medfield. Forcing some early pressure here and forced a kick out of the back line.
It's going to be a corner for Medfield.
Morgan Kilmer going to kick it. And it's a pass.
Taps it in from the corner.
Oh, what a move.
Along the end line. Closing in, and that pass deflected. Still along the end line and put towards the near sideline out of play.
Great move by Heavey there. Create some space. There's a whistle. Is that a? Yeah. I'm going to take over play-by-play. I believe Cam was in line, a longer hot dog line, but Morgan Downey here on play-by-play. Tom Nappy on the camera for the time being, and we got a free kick now for Nipmuc deep in their zone inside the 10. Kicked by number 15, Lila Hill, crosses the 50. Nipmuc trying to move it up, but well played by Medfield defense to push it into space. Goalkeeper comes out and gets hands on it. Nice play there. She's gonna bring it to the middle of the field. She's gonna kick it herself. Takes a hop. Nipmuc jumps in front of it, trying to battle for the possession. They do. A great play to earn that possession in Medfield side of the 50. And working it down the far side. That goes off a Medfield player. Interesting to see. It is a goal kick. So great effort there by the Medfield defender to force that possession off of the Nipmuc player. We're going to get a goal kick here. And similar theme to the first half, right into a pass on the near side. Scobo kicking it upfield here on the near side. Chipped up by Emily Hoffman, looking for Heavey, goes out of bounds. Going to be a Medfield throw right around the 40. And they waste no time again. That's been the theme since the start of the game. Wasted no time when they have either a throw-in or a goal kick. Nipmuc's also done it on their end as well. Nipmuc jumps on a loose ball. Going to send that upfield, but no one there. He's going to be chased down by number 11, Catherine Rodenhigh, who picks it up. So Medfield with some early pressure here in the second half, able to earn a corner and making some good adjustments as well on Nipmuc's attempts to move the ball effectively upfield. But Nipmuc, they haven't had the same amount of opportunities possessions-wise or even just looks on net, but they have had some, pretty impressive opportunities. One off the crossbar early in the first half, and some other good looks late in the first half as well. Still a 1-0 game here at Curry College. Medfield Warriors up from a goal by Devin Wafer on a cross pass by Sydney Heavey. And that is where we are. So only early here in the second half, about 4 minutes in. Heavey working downfield. She hits the turf, and we're going to get a yellow card called. And that was a tough play. So the first card of the game called on number 10, Kenzie Ellis. But good to see Heavey get up. She hit the turf pretty hard there. And Ellis is going to trot off the field. And oncoming the field for Nipmuc is Lillian Pereira. And Medfield's going to have the free kick on their 30. Going to be kicked by 21 Grandinetti. And she kicks a good one, kicking it all the way down to the 20. Heavey looking to settle. Bounce off her and then kicked out of bounds by Nipmuc. Grandinetti going to throw it in right around the 35. Goes up near side, kicked out of bounds again by Nipmuc. Medfield will have a throw again, this time about 10 yards further up. It's in the hands of number 14, Ava Kraus. Medfield settles it. Working some tight passing. Nipmuc able to kick that away. Medfield going to try on the far side. Some open space using that athleticism. It's worked very well so far in the first half. Sending it into open space for their athletes to chase after it. Nipmuc trying to send it their way, but Medfield able to jump on a loose ball and send it over to Rodenhigh, who's helping work out the breakout. Which, everything you'd expect Medfield to do, where a goalkeeper's going to kick it up and do a goal kick, or work it up the other end. They've done the opposite, which has been, a great way for Medfield to have that edge. When you're watching enough film on both teams, you think you got what their tendencies are, and you do something different in these big games. It's really, hard to counteract that, and they've done a terrific job. Both teams volleying it back and forth. This one goes out of bounds. Going to be a Medfield throw right around the 40. We'll call it the 35. That's kicked out of bounds again. Not much room to work with. Both teams right on top of each other. We're able to advance it another 5 yards up. Medfield will throw right around the 45. They're able to work it inside. They're going to work it towards the middle of the field. Scobo looking upfield. That one is kicked away. Nipmuc trying to settle it. I'm going to lob that into Medfield territory, but great defense by Lila Manning, able to track it down, but it did go out of bounds, but allows Medfield to get their players back on defense, to settle. And every time Nipmuc's trying to send it on a through ball, the Medfield players right on top of it. Their athleticism is very apparent with being able to take away space very quickly. Medfield moving the ball in the middle of the field, send it up on the far side. Medfield player hits the turf and a whistle, and they're going to get a free kick on the 40, so it'll be a good look. They're going to have Grandinetti, who can certainly reach with her boot. She's had a couple free kicks. This time it's going to be on Nipmuc's side of the 50. It's right on the 42 placement-wise. She can certainly get it into the box area. Potential header or loose ball to get a foot on it. Grandinetti on the kick. Low-flighted kick. Headed out by Nipmuc. Ends up in open space. Nipmuc chips it up to the striker. Striker is going to settle it, and they're looking for a through ball, but Scobo there. Scobo doing a terrific job on the middle of the field on the defensive side. Oh, Heavey on the near side. Has 3 defenders on her, able to work the ball through, but kicked out on the second attempt by Nipmuc. Medfield going to try another through ball, headed out by number 3 on Nipmuc, Finley Flynn. Ball back on the ground. Scobo. And that goes out of bounds. Medfield throw. And they're going to say no, Nipmuc ball. So Nipmuc's going to have the throw right around the 50-yard line. Maybe a throw by number 4, Emma Watts. Catches up ahead to Samantha Crotty. Tight spaces there. Nipmuc trying to work it. Able to move it on the near side. Number 13, Anya Montana. Very dangerous player for Nipmuc. Working it closer towards the end line. Little cross attempt kicked out by Lila Manning. So great defensive play there on the spot to be able to kick that away from the goal. However, it will be a corner kick for Nipmuc. Lila Hill gonna come on and kick it for Nipmuc. And a good look, good opportunity here for the Nipmuc Warriors. Manning on the kick. It's a good looking kick, gets into the box, loose, and goes out on the back line. See where the possession went off. They're gonna say it's off of Nipmuc, gonna be a goal kick for Medfield. That was a great kick on the corner by Nipmuc, and Medfield right away, boom. Quick pass to the defenders to work it upfield and getting their breakout going. And so key on the short passing, and the movement has been fantastic. Heavey, near side. Looking for number 14, Ava Kraus. Nipmuc jumps in front of that, but Medfield regains the possession back. Nipmuc steals it back themselves. They're going to try and get the possession going, but misconnection there on the pass. Kicked out of bounds by Medfield by Kraus. Watts on the throw. Nipmuc coming away with it, able to have a jump on a loose ball, looking on a through ball on the left near side, and battling for possession, coming away with it, looking to get a shot on it in the middle, coming away, and it just wide right of the net. That was a great look for Nipmuc, able to work that ball deep into Medfield territory. They had a send, or a centering pass where the ball was kicked and then missed just wide right of the net. Goal kick for Medfield. Heavey hits the turf again. Oh, she's had a couple. There's another yellow card. That's the second yellow card for Nipmuc. This one was Anya Montana, one of their best players, so she's going to have to hop off the field. But Heavey, 2 times in this second half, Tom. We have Tom Nappy back on the microphone. Welcome back, Tom. And Heavey again took a big slide tackle there and able to get up, and it's going to be almost identical free kick here.
Yeah, we got our camera guy back from vacation, so I'm ready to go.
Yes. There's a long line at the hot dog line.
Yeah, header towards the net, out of play. Morgan, great job as always.
Audrey Grandinetti on the free kick there. She has got a boot, Tom.
Absolutely.
She's had a couple, but very identical the free kick she had probably 5 minutes earlier. But what I've noticed in the second half, physical plays coming after Heavey right now, who's been Medfield's best player so far.
Tom Nappy, Morgan Donahue, happy to be with you on the call as that is sent up the far side. Still a 1-0 Medfield lead as we're just under 29 minutes left in the second half. Medfield working left to right. Here they go into Nipmuc territory. Liz George along the end line. And a slide there
Going to be a goal
by
kick.
George and deflected out of play.
The misdirection passes have been key for Medfield. You know, when you think they're going to pass upfield this side, you see it go the other way, and you know, you use that athleticism in open space is a very dangerous combo for the Warriors.
Yeah, that was good defense by Madeline Wybe along the end line there for Nipmuc. Able to prevent Medfield from getting anything going in the box and get the ball back for your Nipmuc team.
I saw a fellow Wolverine alum, Lisa Cass McDonald, Medfield parent now. She's telling me Scobo going to play lacrosse in college, which is astonishing to me. What a talented soccer player. You know, I can imagine how good of a lacrosse player she is if she's going to be playing that.
Oh, absolutely. Ooh, a trip around the 18. And Morgan, it's getting a little chippy out there.
Very, very, very physical second half. This is going to be an interesting kick. Now we're going to see a free kick inside the 20, and with Grandinetti's boot, she could certainly pick a corner.
So this is a free kick, and it's going to be
right in the center,
straight in front of the net.
Couldn't get more straight down Broadway than this kick.
What do you think she's going for here,
She's going for a corner. I'm seeing it go off the crossbar in the goal. That's my prediction. No, low.
Into the box, deflected, out of play. Who was it out on?
I think it was out on Nipmuc, so they're going to get a corner for Medfield.
It was indeed. Here comes the corner. And that is number 6 for Medfield, Morgan Kilmer, taking the corner from the near side. Good boot, right in the box, header, and deflected out. Sent up by Flynn. Medfield trying to work it back down. A good pass by Grandinetti, top of the box now. Trying to shake the defender was Liz George. Aired out, back to midfield. Good clear by Nipmuc. Trying to put on the moves is Scobo. Scobo staying with it against Mullins. And then getting in there for help was Montano to take it back for Nipmuc.
So Montano has a yellow now, and there's another yellow. So something to keep an eye on is can't afford to get another yellow amongst the two players. And Montano, has been their best player. So
certainly has. Ooh, a trip as Devin Waper gets tangled up with Finley Flynn. It's going to be a free kick for Nipmuc.
This is where Nipmuc can turn in a free kick into some good offense here. It's going to be a kick off the foot of, looks like 15, Lila Hill.
Ball set up at the 49-yard line in Medfield territory.
Yeah, that's a good boot.
Ooh, good boot, good hang time. A header by number 2, Manning, and it's sent out of the box.
Yeah, great job by the Medfield defense. Calm under pressure when the ball was loose in the box area.
How about that? Hoffman getting it out in front of her. Heavey able to get there. Centering pass out on top of the box. Deflected back towards the near side. Heavey trying to shake the defender along the end line. Ooh. Sends it out, wrapped up by the keeper. A good wrap by the sophomore goaltender, Kaylee Smith.
So Heavey drew a double team there and was still able to get across on that.
Well, Medfield, they're bringing the heat now. They're bringing the pressure.
They're playing downhill right now. No question about that.
Along the far side. Sent out towards Hoffman. And she'll get it over. Trying to work up the hash marks was George. Sent back by Nipmuc. A header along the 35 into Medfield territory by Montano. Warriors get it right back into Nipmuc territory. Lila Manning sending it down. And she was trying to find Kilmer, pass a little too much in front of her.
Wow. No. They're going to say out. She had a great effort trying to keep that in.
It was a great effort. That pass just a little too much out ahead of her. Well, before this game took place, there was another great game going on.
Hull
getting the win. What was that? The Division 4 championship,
4,
I believe.
3-1 winners, which congrats to them. They were fired up. They had a good fan section that showed up for them.
They certainly did.
Makes me think of Nantasket Beach during the summers. Always been a fun spot to go.
Absolutely.
And you got that interesting soccer field, baseball field right by the water.
There's a good boot into Medfield territory. Sent over by Emma Watts as she sends it to the far side. Nipmuc looking for the switch. Medfield has other plans as Liz George moves it back up the far side into Nipmuc territory.
Space.
To the 30, to the 20, trying to shake the defender. Oh, lost her dribble around the 15, and it's sent up the sideline by Watts, and now a battle for it.
George lost her footing there, but Medfield able to regain the possession.
Aired out towards midfield, and Nipmuc looking for a breakaway coming up the far side. Trying to turn it upfield, Mullins, she's contested. Great defensive stop
Lila
there.
Manning, incredible play. Made the play and not only just stopped the forward from coming in, she made a great pass on the breakout.
How about Emily Hoffman getting out in front of that one, and now here comes Heavey.
Oh, heel pass.
Hoffman, and too many Nipmuc Warriors to deal with in front of her, as sending it away is Montano. With it now, Ellis. Ellis working against Grandinetti, gets it into Medfield territory.
Great anticipation by the Medfield goalkeeper coming out to get a hand on that.
And the keeper sending it right back up the far sideline. Out of play it goes. Throwing Nipmuc from the far side. Riley Restic takes it from around the 40.
Very fast second half so far. 18 minutes already gone here in the second half. Medfield
it
still
just
up
flies by, right?
It does.
I feel like the first half, not that the game was slow at all. It's been an intense,
the only thing that's slow,
physical
Tom,
game all throughout.
is the hot dog line.
Right.
Slow.
A little too slow.
It's a popular spot today.
Well, fortunately, you're here, so
yes.
I was able to fill the camera duties.
Yeah. Here we go, Medfield working it.
Grandinetti sending it up. And that was a pass right to the top of the box. A little elbow there by Lila Hill, but she's able to clear the zone. No whistle. Sent up by Tangler. Along the far sideline, a foot race to get there between Higgins and Casey. Higgins pops it out of play. It'll be a Nipmuc Warriors throw-in.
This is now where you see we're getting to the later stage of the game, and this is where who's got more left in the tank? Who's got that extra energy left to continue to
This is where you're just about burnt out, but you're using every ounce of gas you have
Remember
left.
Tom Moore, the offensive coordinator for the Colts, Peyton Manning? He once said, whoever competes the hardest, the longest is the one that comes out on top. And every sport, you can see if you whoever's got that still, that compete left in the whatever's still there.
Who
left
wants
in the tank.
it more, really?
Yeah. And who's continuing to fight no matter how late in the game?
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, no matter what happens here, hats off to both these teams.
Absolutely. Incredible compete by both teams.
That is sent up the far side.
This is Medfield, why they're 1-2.
Medfield looking to give Nipmuc their first loss in over a year now.
Another heel pass. There we go.
There we go. Pass to the near side. Heavey quickly coming up. Defender got in front of her. Emma Watts. She's battling it out along the end line. Centering pass. It was out of play beyond the end line. It'll be Nipmuc ball. A good win by the Nipmuc defense there. Emma Watts.
Medfield creating some great looks just on some change of directions, heel passes, throwing it into open space and using that athleticism. And geez, my goodness, they're still bringing it right now.
Absolutely. Can you believe it? We're almost at the midway point of the second half. Approaching 20 minutes left. Conover sending it back. That's Avery Conover. And now Medfield trying to work it up back along the near side. Tangler gets there, sends it to Ellis. Here comes Ellis working right to left up the field. And now Mullins. Mullins contested by a Medfield Warrior defender. Getting right in her grill was Grandinetti.
Yep.
Nipmuc trying to attack. Watts sends it out and popped away back into Nipmuc territory.
Got to give credit to Nipmuc defense, keeping it a one-goal game right now.
Yes.
All it takes is one to get right back in it.
Well, Hoffman just had what could be a key deflection as Heavey works her way in, but draws some contact, and Warriors of Nipmuc able to clear it away.
And we have
a
substitution.
Yep.
Hoffman is coming off and oncoming. Hard to see the number from here.
What a game Emily Hoffman's had. She's been
Absolutely
big for this Medfield midfield.
Tough to see the number. We'll get confirmation, though.
Eva Kraus set for the throw-in. Right back to Kraus goes Keefe. Sending it up along the near side towards the end line, and the Medfield knows they're not going to get there. They'll just let it roll out of play.
Smart play by Kraus. She had time. She took that time, and she did not panic. Just, hey, we got some time, got some space. I'm going to send it where it's safe. So, very smart play.
Good boot up along the far side, now sent back down by Grandinetti. Medfield looking for an attack. Along the top of the box, deflected on the shot attempt by Sydney Heavey.
What a play by Lila Hill to get a foot on that shot. That looked like going to be a great look there by Heavey. Hill got her foot on that deflection to block it from getting to the net. Medfield earns another corner. Lila Hill, what a game she's had for Nipmuc.
Absolutely. All these girls out there for both sides, leaving it all on the field today. As Madeline Wybe, that is number 6 for Medfield, Morgan Kilmer, set for the corner from the near side.
Good one.
And a good drop right into the box and cleared away. A boot up the far side by the Nipmuc defender. Medfield trying to take control along that far side. Lila Manning, and her pass attempt was deflected. That was nicely done. I believe it was Jessica Casey on defense.
Yep. Higgins looks like on the throw for Medfield.
Off the entry from the far side. Popped up by a Nipmuc defender. Back towards the sideline we go. That is sent back up to the 22, but a Nipmuc Warrior there to clear the zone as a nice boot by Pereira. Sent up the near side by Heavey. She finds Kilmer.
Great job by Kilmer to settle that one.
Kilmer trying to slip out. Actually, that was number 18 who sent it up, Scobo. And now here comes Medfield coming up the far side, Canover. Back to midfield. Nipmuc looking to charge in. And getting by, the pass by the defender was Pereira, but nothing there.
Scobo forced that. Scobo went right, took an aggressive line to force a decision there, and the decision was to kick it up field and picked up by the Medfield goalkeeper.
Along the near side, trying to clear. Kraus sends it towards the sideline, out of play. Throw in Nipmuc. Watts takes it. Now with it is Mullins. Mullins looking for that centering pass, gets it back to Ellis along the near sideline. Sent up by Medfield in a big collision around the 40, as getting tangled up was Devin Wafer and Madeline Wybe. And Grandinetti now with it, sends it into Nipmuc territory. Well, Nipmuc starting to feel the pressure a little bit as we approach 15.5 minutes left in this second half.
Once heard a coach say, now you're up against the clock and the other team. So you got two opponents you got to go up against when you're running out of time, but there's plenty of time here. 15 minutes, one goal game.
Certainly is. I'll tell you, I've seen a lot of last-minute goals in the last few weeks.
You've done a lot of great things for TVL Sports, Tom, with all that editing. You had every single round of 32 game wrapped up in one clip, or one in a segment, which is fantastic.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed it. It was a lot of work.
We did. We absolutely appreciated it.
But it's amazing to me how many Tri-Valley League teams are in the state tournament. It just shows you how great
in all divisions, from Division 1 to Division 4.
Right.
Pretty darn impressive.
It certainly is. So back and forth here along the midfield zone. Ellis with it for Nipmuc along center field. Sends it over to the far side, trying to work her way up the sideline as Restic drops it in back of the Medfield defense. Sent to the keeper from Higgins. And now sent back to Higgins along the far side. She'll send it out as Medfield looking to clear and get her right back into Nipmuc territory, and they will. Pass towards Wafer. Wafer trying to shake a defender, gets it to the near side. Grandinetti. Out in front of Grandinetti was Watts as they battle it out.
Dangerous player, Grandinetti. She could send it towards the net.
Grandinetti slipping by a couple of Nipmuc Warriors, but then a slide by Montano pops it out of play. Medfield draws the corner.
Yeah. Grandinetti, what a player. Not just someone who can kick it, but some really sharp moves. Yeah. Smart, high IQ too.
She was just juggling the ball past the defenders.
It was very impressive. Looks like Morgan Kilmer again on the corner.
The corners, they have been very good today for Medfield towards the net, wrapped up by the keeper.
Nice play by the Nipmuc keeper there. So from talking to my friend Lisa Cass-McDonald at halftime, a lot of multi-sport athletes on this Medfield team. Not surprising in the least bit.
Oh, absolutely.
The basketball team and what they've done state championship-wise, lacrosse, those have been, I think, the two most popular when it comes to the multi-sports.
Well, being familiar with some of these Nipmuc names, there's a lot of multi-sport athletes on that team as well.
Yes, there is.
Some back and forth deflections. As the Nipmuc Warriors trying to clear the zone. They need to get something going quickly as we approach 13 minutes left in the second half.
And Nipmuc played hockey with the Hopkinton girls last year, from what I remember.
They did, yes. Regular season game. And I'll tell you, Nipmuc and Hopkinton, when they meet up on the soccer field, whether it's boys or girls, it's always a great matchup.
Yes.
Grandinetti sends it out. And Canover gets it to the far side. Racing up the field is Medfield, and a boot from the top of the box. It's just wide.
Good look
Liz
there.
George on the shot attempt. It was a great dribble up the field. I believe that was number 15 who took it up the field. Summer Higgins.
Yes.
Sends it out to George, and George just wide.
Got Hebe back on the field for Wafer.
Good air under that one on the goal kick along the far side.
Midfield, a very deep bench, using every single one of the players they can right now, and it's kept that pace at a high level.
Oh, absolutely. Popped up by Scobo along the 35 as Nipmuc slowly creeping in to Medfield territory. Kenzie Ellis leaving it for Montano, coming up the near side. Montano, two Medfield Warriors in front of her, trying to sneak through. Oh, and she draws a grab. And it looked like Grandinetti grabbed the arm of Montano as she was trying to slip by. That's going to be a free kick for Nipmuc.
Yep, it's going to be right around 10-yard line, but on the outside, so it's still going to have some good distance, but this will be a really good look for Nipmuc here.
Right.
Better angle in a corner.
Right along the near side, about 10 yards or so out, and this is Lila Hill. Good boot, top of the box, a header, deflected by the defender, popped up by Canover. And now a header by Nipmuc back towards the box, and it is cleared away.
So Lila Manning got in front of that. Nipmuc got ahead on that. It was heading towards the net, and Manning gets in front of that. Incredible play by the defender, Lila Manning.
Nipmuc trying to move it back upfield. There's Restic. Restic trying to slip through and popped up the sideline by Higgins, out of play.
Nipmuc really picking up their game right now. 10 minutes, 25 remaining here in the game. They need one to tie it.
Well, I'll tell you, this Nipmuc team, they have battled it out the last two seasons.
They're leaving it all out there right now.
They're not going to go down without a fight. As we approach 10 minutes left in the second half.
Shout out to both teams, just incredible game we have here, incredible competitiveness. And both teams, regardless of the outcome, should be very proud of the effort that they've been putting forth on this field today.
Absolutely. But we still got quite a few minutes left of what has been nonstop action. Here comes Nipmuc once again. Montano along the near side, approaching the 10. Popped out of play off of Medfield. Kraus getting a piece. Throw in Nipmuc. Taking the throw in, Emma Watts. Watts drops it in. Along the near side, trying to shake the defender, Ellis. Ellis centering pass towards the box. A header by the Medfield defender. A boot along the end line. It's loose along the box. Looking for that centering pass, deflected by a Medfield defender. Another Medfield header along the near side. Warriors slowly clearing the zone and rolled up the near sideline. Deflected out of play. Nipmuc throw in.
Scobo got in front of that clear or the centering pass. Did a great job. And then Kraus, good job getting it out of the Medfield defensive area.
Tangler Trying to work her way upfield, sends it back towards Montano. Nipmuc looking for the switch. Wybe pops it up. Sent back towards midfield. Hoffman with it for Medfield with some open space in front of her. Looking to shake the defender. Gets it over to the near side of Kilmer. Kilmer. Centering pass towards the top of the box. Nipmuc looking to clear. Back and forth deflections. Sent towards Watts. Watts pops it up. And now back along the near side. A nice move by Kilmer. Kilmer looking to close in. The defender crashes in on her hard and is able to deflect it. And then it's sent up by Montano.
Montano, great defensive play. Blocked that shot and able to send the ball upfield.
Conover sending it down. And it'll be wrapped up by the keeper. The Nipmuc keeper going to want to give this one a big boot.
Yeah. And
she does. Good hang time. Sends it up the far side. Lands on the foot of a Medfield Warrior at about the 49. Sent back up. Now along the near side, trying to win the battle for Nipmuc was Ellis, but out in front of her was Kraus. Kraus sending it back towards the Nipmuc 30. Near side, Ellis. Ellis gets it over and sent out by Watts.
Grandinetti jumping on that one.
Grandinetti airing it out towards the Nipmuc defensive zone. Popped towards the sideline, out of play along the near side by Lila Hill.
So this is when Medfield's going to start taking their time on the throws. You know,
right.
You get in the late part of the game. You know, you're going to measure twice, cut once.
Approaching 7 minutes left.
So
I'll tell you, Morgan, that was the most intense 3 minutes I think I've seen.
Wafer back in the game. Coming in, Liz George going to get a breather. They've been very strategic with their substitutions.
Yes.
All the key players have been getting some rest, including Heavey, who you see right there.
Heavey was trying to race in. It's sent up by Nipmuc towards midfield.
At this point, too, in the season, you know, Tom, you know, being the state championship, all of them are banged up in some capacity with bruises or some type of injury. They're all fighting through, I'm sure.
Kenzie Ellis sending it up towards the midfield box, but the Warriors keep her there to collect it along the end line.
Yep.
Rodenhigh will collect it and take her time getting rid of this one. Rolls it out to the far side. Shows you how much these keepers have faith in their defense. They'll roll it right out there. And
she's made a bunch of key passes too.
Right.
So, I mean, the confidence to do that when, you know, your blood pressure wants to say pick it up and boot it, you know, shows the confidence of both these teams.
Anna Gary sending it down, deflected towards the near sideline by Watts, out of play, throw in Medfield.
So inside 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 53 remaining here in the game.
Official stoppage here, substitution, Medfield.
Yep. So coming off for Medfield is Morgan Kilmer. Is George back on the field?
Good boot by Grandinetti towards the top of the box. Looking to attack. Oh, arm grab there, no call. And there's a boot towards the net, deflected by a defender as Wafer got a shot off. Medfield looking to work it back down and sent to the near side where it's collected by Kenzie Ellis for Nipmuc and then deflected out of play by Emily Hoffman, throwing Nipmuc.
Yeah, so it's George back in the game. Kilmer getting a breather right now. So strategic right now on these substitutions. That was maybe a 3-minute substitution, but you know what? It makes a difference.
Look at those moves by Liz George as she sends it up the far side. Oh, we got a whistle in favor of Nipmuc.
And Tom, we're at the 5-minute mark where the clock is stopped and the rest of the game is on the official's whistle.
Here we go.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks.
This is it. Final minutes. Medfield trying to maintain their 1-0 lead here late in the second half. Nipmuc has other ideas. Set to the near side to Watts. Watts moves it up the sideline, trying to get by the defender, Ellis. And a nice steal by Kraus. Some back and forth here along the near side. Sent out towards the center circle by Grandinetti. And now coming up field, Lila Hill for Nipmuc. Scoots it through a couple of Medfield Warriors. Over to the 30-yard line. With it is Mullins. Mullins able to get a defender to slip up. A nice move there. Back to Watts. Watts trying to get it through, and a nice stop by the Medfield defender. Devin Wafer along the near side, and now here comes Hoffman. Hoffman sends it out.
To Wafer.
Wafer. Contested. Medfield, they're just going to play some keep away at this point in these final minutes. They're not going to be in any rush to try to attack. Sets out a play.
Smart play. Very smart play. I mean, that itself right there, that play is going to be 20 seconds off the clock.
That's great play along the sidelines by Wafer.
Wafer. Kraus on the throw here.
Kraus on the entry. Back towards Wafer. Deflected
Wafer
off
again.
by Watts.
Wafer again.
Winning those little battles along the sidelines, Morgan, so important in these close games.
I have a boss at work. He says shavings make a pile, Tom. Small things add up to big things.
And some slick surface out there near the 30 as Crotty got slipped up. It was raining earlier, so you got to imagine it's a little slick out there. And I'm sure the legs out there are a little weaker too.
It is. Absolute battle.
Both of these teams have brought everything they had here today.
It's been a track meet.
It certainly has. As it was last year as well.
So Heavey on the far side.
Medfield looking to close in. Centering pass by Heavey. Medfield looking to attack. Nipmuc has it. Breakaway. Here comes Montano. Montano up midfield to the 40. Deflected out a play off of Manning.
Manning gets a big applause from the crowd. Great execution there to jump right up on the play and kick it out of bounds.
Ellis sends it long towards the net, and it's wrapped up. That was from about 30 yards out by Ellis.
Kick. That was a nerve-wracking kick, I'm sure, for Medfield's goalkeeper, but she was very sure on the save there by Rodenhigh.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Rodenhigh wasn't paying attention. That ball could have went in. There's the boot.
You got the lights in your eyes and the crowd and the pressure. There's a lot on the line when you're seeing a ball coming like that.
Here comes Montano. Slipping in to the near side. Correction, that was Tangler. Nipmuc with possession along the left of the box. Centering pass. And Medfield looking to clear, but Nipmuc gets it back. Tangler takes a shot, wrapped up.
Nice save by Rodenhigh.
That shot from about 17 yards out.
Had a little bend to it too. Rodenhigh well positioned there.
Along the far side, Medfield trying to clear the zone. Nipmuc throwing everything they got at him to keep it in the zone. We're in the final moments of this game. We don't exactly know how much time is left, but it's not much.
Nope.
Sent up by Wybie. Some back and forth along the far sideline. Sent upfield by Pereira. Pereira gets it into the defensive zone. Pop towards the sideline by Kraus. Throw in Nipmuc.
What an athlete Kraus was. She initially tried to play it, went by her, and then made a nice adjustment to kick it out of bounds.
Ellis. And a push by Medfield. Nipmuc's getting a free kick.
You're going to get a free kick here.
Anya Montano set to take it. She's on the near side along the 10-yard line, so that's about 15 yards out.
The official going to have Medfield players back it up a little bit. So that actually benefits Nipmuc to
There she goes.
settle down.
Right into the zone, deflected towards the net and wrapped up.
Rodenhigh.
Wow, what a save by Rodenhigh.
Jumps on that loose ball. That was a great kick by Montoyo.
Could that be the game-winning save right there?
It is.
Will! Medfield Warriors are your Division III state champions. They hang on for the 1-0 win. Unbelievable.
And there comes the pig pile, the celebratory pig pile. Medfield adding another state championship to their historic run. An absolute heater when it comes to Medfield athletics. And a big-time win here, a rematch of last year's where they have revenge now. Medfield Warriors girls soccer state champions.
Absolutely, they wanted revenge after a tough loss in this very game last year to this very team, Nipmuc Warriors, and they got it.
Incredible.
As the Medfield Warriors even out the championship series amongst these two tremendous programs.
Yeah, what a season for both teams, by the way. Also, shout out to the Nipmuc Warriors. Incredible game, effort out of them, compete. They have so much to be proud of, and I know they're bummed out right now, but they should be, they'll look back at how proud of a season this was, but Medfield, my goodness, from start to finish, the possession, the opportunities, the adjustments, they came ready to play, and they certainly wanted it. They showed it, and they got it done. They executed, and this will be a memorable game, Tom. First time ever for TVL Sportsnet and Medfield TV coverage.
That's right.
Great
and
partnership.
What a debut broadcast here at TVL Sportsnet. The Medfield Warriors winning the Division III state championship over the Nipmuc Warriors by a final of 1-0. Nipmuc will end their incredible season with 21 wins, 1 loss, 1 tie. Medfield will end their state championship winning season with 22 wins, 1 loss, no ties. Morgan, any final thoughts to this fantastic game before we get wrapped up?
As he mentioned, this is where legends are made, and legends were made today. So many players on the Medfield Warriors just played the game of their lives today in front of an incredible crowd. It was an absolute pleasure to be a part of this.
And thank you for coming. And certainly amazing to have you on the broadcast. Yes. One of the best in the business.
Well, no, Tom, you are the best in the Tri-Valley League, and we're so lucky to have you. But incredible memory here. These Medfield girls will remember this for the rest of their lives. And
Absolutely.
You know what? It's going to be a memory that is going to be talked about at many Thanksgivings to come, as we are only a week away from Thanksgiving as well.
Well, it was a total team effort, but I got to give player of the game to the lone goal scorer, Devin Wafer.
Yes.
Because not only did she score that goal, she won many possession battles
Yep.
and was just crucial in the state championship victory for Medfield, as was several others. But if we're picking a player of the game, I'll go with Devin Wafer.
Yeah, I mean,
This
there's
is
so
the
many,
wrong answer, I would say.
so
though,
many
Morgan.
to choose from. Every single one of them came out and just balled out. So, I mean, hey, she put it in the back of the net. She earned it.
And how about Catherine Rodenheim with that save right at the
Yes.
end on that Nipmuc breakaway. Ball loose in the box, a boot right in front of the net.
Incredible.
Diving save, Rodenheim.
The Medfield
able to
defense
close it
deserves
out.
as much credit as Medfield's offense with all the pressure they created, but the defense, that back line, outstanding, absolutely outstanding.
All right, and they're going to do the state championship trophy. So we'll stay on the air for that, for the trophy presentation.
They're going to run out of rack space at Medfield High School for all these trophies that they've brought back.
So let's listen in to the championship presentation. All right, so right now they're putting the medals, the second place medals and the first place medals, and presenting the trophy. And if you're watching the video broadcast, you'll be able to see it. But for the audio cast, we're going to wrap it up. A big thank you to my broadcast partner, Morgan Donahue. Tremendous job on the call, Morgan. And our cameraman today, Cam Nappy, who did a great job. Got a little lost there at halftime, but he got back to it. And all is well, and all is especially well for the Medfield Warriors as they are Division III state champions, as they take the victory 1-0 over the Nipmuc Warriors to claim their first Division III girls soccer title in, I believe, school history. So quite incredible as they get the win here today.
Medfield girls varsity soccer team, please come forward to receive your Division III state championship trophy.
There it is, the championship trophy presentation. Congratulations, Medfield. Your Medfield Lady Warriors are girls Division III state champions. After a long, hard season and a tremendously successful season of wins, they get the ultimate win here today, taking down Nipmuc by a final of 1-0. That is going to do it for our broadcast here today. For Morgan Donahue on the call, Cam Nappy on camera, I'm Tom Nappy. We thank you for watching and joining us for this championship game. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody. This program is brought to you in part by TVLSports.net. You can view the standings, stories, pictures, highlights, and more about the 12 teams in the Tri-Valley League at TVLSports.net. TVLSports.net is an independent news and media website reporting on the TVL and is not associated with the MIAA, Tri-Valley League, or any town or school.